Hi everyone, welcome to the 6th episode of the Bible Sketchbook Project. Today I'll be elaborating on a topic I touched briefly in episode 2. The question we're exploring is why we should forgive and who benefits when we forgive.
Like loving our neighbors, forgiveness is a common theme throughout the Bible, one that is easy in theory but hard in practice. I would like to get the conversation started, and if you have views on the topic, please send me an email so we can explore it further. In the previous episode on why we need Jesus, we looked at why Jesus had to come. Jesus came because there is sin in this world. And because sin exists in the world, sometimes you will find that you are the one causing bad things to happen, and other times you will find that the bad things are happening to you. Whichever side you're on, when sin raises its ugly head, it's helpful to remember that sin is the problem here, and all of us are capable of falling into it. I'm going to take nature's help to explain this idea. Let's look at a spider. When a spider spins its web of silk, it's hoping to catch its next meal in its sticky trap. While the silk used to make the web looks delicate to the human eye, it is so sturdy and durable that scientists have tried and failed to replicate it. In fact, the web is so deceptive that a spider can get caught in its own web or the webs of other spiders if it does not tread carefully. Sin is like the spider's web. Whether you are the one spinning it or the one getting caught in its stickiness, sin can be deadly. Sometimes our circumstance, our attitude, and our character can keep us from falling prey to it. But other times, any of it could also lead us astray. Why is it important to understand sin to understand forgiveness? Because when you forgive, you're forgiving the person, not their actions. In other words, hate the sin, not the sinner. Why do they deserve your forgiveness? They deserve your forgiveness not because the wrong that was done to you was minor, but because what God did for you on the cross was so much greater. So when you forgive the person who has mistreated you, you are accepting in that moment that God has forgiven you for your shortcomings and your failures. Who benefits when you forgive? You do. When a wrong has been done to you or your loved one, you have the choice to forgive or not to forgive. Both actions have consequences. When you forgive, you experience peace, healing, a closer relationship with God, and the chance to clean out the other webs in your life. And when you're unable to forgive, you suffer because it makes you angry, fearful, and unable to let go, similar to the cobwebs left behind when a spider has moved on. And sometimes the pain you have experienced is so grave that instead of forgiving, you seek justice for all the injustice that has been done to you. The problem with that approach is that you will never truly experience the justice you seek. How many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Peter asks Jesus. Up to 7 times? Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times.
So, who do you need to forgive? The thing you need to forgive could be a person, an institution, or just a situation. Sometimes it could be family, sometimes it could be a stranger, and sometimes the person you really need to forgive is yourself. Whoever or whatever needs forgiving, remember, it is never too early or too late to forgive. Forgiveness is what Jesus practiced and is what we are all called to do as followers of Christ. For the creative challenge, I want you to pretend that you are a gardener and your task is to design a beautiful garden.
Start by adding the date, the title, and the verse. And then you're going to draw a garden. You get to choose the type of plants and the layout. But as you draw it, I want you to think of all the people you love and all the things you're grateful for. So the plants are going to represent your many blessings. After you draw your garden, you're going to add something to it that no gardener likes: weeds. Weeds come on their own. They take over your garden and grow faster than the plants you took so much care to grow. The only way to really get rid of them is to pull it by the roots. But the roots are very stubborn, so you may need special tools to get it out. Because if you don't get it by the root, they grow back easily. The weeds are like the wounds in our heart. They come without invitation, they're hard to get rid of, and they choke out the good stuff. But if you take the time to pull them out regularly, with God's help, your heart will always be peaceful.